Welcome to the Chrysalis Temple, a sacred portal where the quantum meets the mystical. We awaken timelines, dissolve limits, and embody the frequency of your highest self. Welcome to the Chrysalis Temple podcast. On today's episode, we have the beautiful, vibrant, amazing Anaida, who's a holistic nurse practitioner. And so excited to have you here. And today we're going to be getting into really all the aspects of healing, the physical, the emotional, energetic, and we're ready to dive into it. So, welcome, welcome.
Thank you for having me, my dear. It's an absolute pleasure. I just want to send, a couple of words of gratitude for your show up to this world and sharing your blissful goddess vibes with other women to inspire and we always try to collaborate and help one another to make this world a little bit better and brighter. So it's a pleasure for me to, be here today and to hopefully inspire many other women.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Yes, thank you for that. Beautiful.
Sure.
Yeah, so let's get started. Let's get into really start from the beginning, right? Let's talk about your journey and starting out, as a nurse, doing the traditional, going the traditional way. What led you into a more holistic and intuitive healing path? Let's get into that.
Well, naturally, I always had a calling since I was a child. I had this nurturing, healing energy to myself and was always ill, and I had to take care of her. Um, she passed on a lot of love to me and nurturing. And then when I was a teenager at 14, I already started working for a clinic. And I've been in medicine since then. So that's 25 years. Um, I've I've seen traditional medicine, and shortly after, I realized that this is not the approach to healing because we are managing sort of the system, the symptoms covering up with sorts of pharmaceuticals, and there isn't the human touch and energy that goes into contributing to healing, the actual resolving the system and removing it from the body and educating your clients and your patients, such as to explore what it is beyond the physical symptoms. Why is it even happening? Where did it come from? What are you as a human body? How do you contain your emotions and what all of this, you know, um, comes up to becoming an illness if you're not properly controlling or treating the root cause and managing your emotions properly. And so I started learning more and, how the universe resonates with us when we put out a certain energy out there, the curiosity, a passion towards what you really believe in. You get dealt with many people that come your way. And so I met amazing people in holistic medicine, and I started exploring more and reading and educating myself, getting certified in so many different modalities that have to do with holistic medicine. And I absolutely love to have all these tools. I think it's a great deal for me and brings me a lot of joy.
Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful. Is there anything that kind of stands out the most, like an incident, a patient that you saw that kind of showed you, like really open your eyes, like, you know what, this modern allopathic medicine that we're doing now is not working, and there's something deeper than just the physical surface symptoms.
I had a personal, very close to me experience with my sibling.
Hmm.
And when modern medicine was treating his symptoms, his ideology, I emotional, I, as a professional, I understood that the disease that they diagnosed him is not just not an ideology of this disease, that there is a lot more to it, that they're not, that the doctors are not seeing it well. Yeah, so I was running, asking the doctors to order more tests and to go more in depth as to what causes it, as such symptomology and behaviors, and eventually in my investigation and in my analogy of what I understand about the human body and the levels of past lives that we carry on so much as we are born into a physical structured body, we carry these symptoms with us, the emotional traumas and heaviness that eventually shows up as a disease. So this potentially, it was a childhood trauma together with a past life to have certain condition, and medications was just not enough to numb this, to have him be completely hooked to just this that the child has at the moment, and this medications was just making it worse. So then, we figure it out. Luckily today, we don't have an issue with that. But so many people and so many families, and I see it with children a lot right now with, hyperactivity, ADHD, and autism and whatnot. All of this is just a spectrum, and the only treatment is symptom management, and nobody really heals and cures the issue.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Totally agree. And in that, I kind of want to ask you, what do you think about? I've heard that ADHD is very much related to like childhood trauma, experienced trauma, because ADHD, you kind of like almost out of the body, right? You're constantly out of the body. You're not connecting with the body. What do you think about that? Do you feel that it could be true, or is it just like a mix of things, or what's your take on that?
ADHD is a response to trauma, most definite, but also in our Western culture, I believe that has a lot to do with the diet and artificial synthetic sugars that the kids consume, lack of sleep, and just overall energy. I believe that you are absolutely right. ADHD can be taught to manage and control in a quiet environments where you can tune into balance that hyperactivity with nature, and present the child with grounding exercises. I mean, if you remember the way we were growing up in
Right.
Soviet Union, I can't say that I had any childhood trauma, although perhaps now as an adult I can tell you yes, there were. We were always out and about playing outdoors, running around, and we were in tune with one another. I feel like everyone was hyper, but it was never an issue because of the quality of food we ate, and just overall. And vaccinations, I believe, also have a lot to do with it too, but that's a different topic altogether.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I agree with you. I feel like ADHD definitely has a very it's a mix of things that comes together to create this kind of, like diagnosis, so to say.
Indeed. Yeah.
And so I also want to, while we're talking about the body and all of these, how symptoms present and how that's related to our energetic, our emotional, and mental bodies, how do you see the body as being a portal for transformation and really for our awakening and ascension process?
Well, one of the most interesting phenomena about our bodies is that it can translate external sensors and internal sensors as to the energies that we carry through. So uh, when there is, let's say, an inflammation is happening in the body, that's already an alarming symptom, saying that you're not in tune with yourself. You're not listening to your body. Perhaps external environments such as stress, lack of sleep, agitation, or diet can trigger that to happen. Okay. And when we're not in tune with ourselves, our body will let us know through physical symptoms, right? A lot of times as a mother, our children pick up our emotions, our stress. And that's why, we have to juggle a lot of things at once, being a wife and a mother and a professional at the same time, also try and keeping sane. Um, During transformation, if your nervous system is not aligned, you know, you
Mhm.
will know it, and it's just really difficult to tune in to the cosmic energy to uh the the messages and to even be in tune with yourself to understand, like, where do you have to go, what is your next step needed right now at the moment, because there's too many external external elements, stressors that just throw us off a lot. So if we don't have a practice, if we don't take an hour to ourselves to do what we love, that brings us joy, because we are very intuitive people, right? If we don't ground ourselves properly and listen to what our heart is saying, as the synchronicity of the brain and the heart is so important,
Yeah.
because then the dysregulation in the body happens, and we're completely off with everything systemically. The gut starts not functioning well. Heart conditions, anxieties come up all of a sudden. So to be able to transform and to start doing the healing, you need to go and sit with yourself, and then you'll be able to hear what your body is translating.
Yeah, yeah. And how do you suggest for somebody who really for all their lives, let's say, has been living this way in such a dysregulated state? Because I feel like so many of us, for pretty much a lot of times since birth, right, we get all of these programs, these limitations put on us, like, okay, you have to be this way, da 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 da, this is how the world works. And by the time we reach like 30, we're like, wait, something isn't right. And they don't know how to at all listen to their body. Like, all they know is this anxiety, depression, just total disconnect. What is like a great way to just, in your opinion, how do you connect? Like, how do you just tune in and listen to those signals? What does that look like?
Layer by layer, and societal norms and how we were taught to function in our society is to be overachievers. I believe, growing up, oh, I couldn't disappoint my parents. I had to be on the best behavior. I had to get the good grades. But I was always a rebel because of my great and heightened intuition, because I was able to align to who I was. I knew that I was different. I knew that I needed to listen to myself. And um, so I would suggest, if you're a person, which I do have a lot of friends who are always on the go and they keep themselves busy, and it's a way to how you respond to your traumas. You keep your mind preoccupied all the time. You're always on the go to avoid the messages, to avoid your body communicating to you and your soul to actually, your soul is screaming at this point already. So I would suggest to do something that truly brings you joy. As simple, I don't know, as simple as buying yourself flowers, something that brings you just switches the energy in the body, makes you smile, or makes you pause and like smell the flowers. Tune into very gentle, I don't know, nature. Nature brings me a lot of joy. Anytime I am completely off, I'm sad, or I'm stressed out, nature is my number one relief for anything. I love the water. I love the body of water. Half me, it calms my nervous system. It lets me, um, purge. And so I'd have to be in front of, like, or near the body of the water. Grounding, very, very recommend to have bear walking, like 15-20 minutes. It changes our internal energy a lot. The polar negative and positive particles in our body start to magnetize. Barefoot walking, recharging is really helpful. So specifically for women, I think it's important to be doing things that make you happy. You, as a child, perhaps you wanted to paint and you never got to it. Take a course. Start painting yourself. Plants. Have a garden. You're a gardener. You have an awesome garden, and that's a great technique to balance your nervous system and to get out of your mind into your body. So physical activities, running, jumping. I love playing tennis. I like to do yoga, go on walks. I don't know, but some people like to train and work with weight training. That helps a lot to get out of your head into your body, because you focus, right? You shift that focus into like
Mhm.
a posture form, and so
Mhm.
yeah, nature, physical activities, do something happy, do something for yourself. I don't know, go buy a lipstick. It doesn't have to be anything extraordinary. I'm not saying, yeah, spend $10,000 to make yourself happy. In that sense, if you can, then why not? But yeah, small little things that bring you back to childhood, memories, positive memories, children, you always learn from them. You watch them at play, right? You have two boys, and like that innocence, and how they translate the energy from, like, the cosmic, the energy that, like, the nature, everything that reciprocates through their body, how their bodies work. They're clumsy, but yeah, so just do the happy things. Be a kid.
All right. I love that. I love that. I really do, because I do believe that so many women, especially now, have really drifted away from finding joy and pleasure in the everyday little things, and just doing things that bring them pleasure and joy, because we've also once again have been so programmed and conditioned to keep going and being the mother and the nurturer and the giving and for somebody else. So bringing that focus back to yourself, to that joy and pleasure through whatever way that looks like, that's amazing. I love that. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Of course, it's important. Basic things, we in this modern world, I think we get distracted with too much of everything. Too much of accessibility to to absolutely everything.
Agreed.
The way medicine is right now, and the way the medicine was back then, and the way we prepare our food, what we used to prepare our food to what we have back then, just a simple iron skillet, or the fire, or so too much of everything is not the best. Too many distractions and our phones and the social media, and you always try to catch up with someone, and on the picture, everyone's Instagram looks amazing,
Of course.
amazing. And people think that, okay, that this is their real life. I'm sorry to say, we're humans. Life is not perfect. The way it looks on the picture is not like this in a real life. It really isn't, because life hits differently. And so, nature and basic, simple things, family love is what keeps us together.
I love that. Yes, beautiful.
Mhm.
And I just had something and now I lost my train of thought. Let me get it back
It's
because
gonna come.
yeah, because you were talking about too much of everything and yeah, I've lost it. It's okay. We'll get to
It's
it.
gonna come.
We'll get to it. So in the meantime, yeah, let's get into a little bit of also because we're talking about now getting into right the body and bringing us joy and really I guess regulating our nervous system, right? All these things that bring us joy to come back to this childhood. We're trying to bring ourselves to a safe and a thriving place instead of operating out of our survival mode, right? And how do you think that relates to women? I mean, we can talk about men as well, but also women. How important is it for women to be in this safe place? How does that play a role in, let's say, their safety, the spiritual evolution, so to say? Yeah.
Um, so since our bodies, as we mentioned before, are very intuitive, intelligent mechanisms, if a woman, let's say, is not feeling safe or carries a lot of hurt and grief and negative emotions in the body, this in physically, the body is going to generate hormone misalignment. I'd say that if someone's trying to get pregnant, might be an issue with that per se. There's going to be a lot of anxiety around that, fear. And so if your nervous system is not balanced, and if you, as a woman or a man, it doesn't matter, as a human body, as a vessel, if you don't accept yourself and actually tune in to listen to what your body is trying to communicate with you and heal the voids, past experiences, and to even understand and interpret the messages that your body is generating all the time, it's really hard to get anywhere. Uh, Even with simple as financial flow.
Mm,
Um, you know, everything is energy. we attract what we put out there. Um, the confidence, that self-love, it is very important. But if you're always busy running away from yourself, none of it is matter. It doesn't matter at all. And it's going to be a temporary, it's going to come and go and come and go. But to tune in, um, and I know that you have a practice built around that, especially you teach women how to ground. You have an alchemy for energetic work and breathing exercises, which I believe are so important and they are very powerful. You can change the hemodynamic, the energetic and cellular regeneration in your body, just practicing grounding in the nature, meditation, and breathing. All of that together in combination. Um, and that leads to transformation because every time something new is going to be coming up, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Those building blocks. Yes.
Spiral, something else comes up, you come back, you look at it, you perceive it in a different way, it finally makes sense, right? Because you could be going over the same kind of thing over and over, and you're like, oh, okay, now I see it, now I really see it, right? Yeah. And what do you think, like, right now, how do you see, like, what patterns do you see the most coming up in women in terms of their unprocessed emotions, their repressed, suppressed emotions? Do you see that? What are the, like, things that you see the most right now?
Interesting that you mentioned about this. I'm going to start writing a diary about this because I get women, patients, in groups for a particular issue, particular symptomology. It's like they come in waves.
Mm.
And yeah, it blows my mind how this works. So, a lot, a lot of wound healing needs to happen for all of us. Okay, that includes a male and females, but I feel like if we heal the womb, a Mother Earth is also healing the womb. And I believe that this is what's happening right now. We're healing the core of our womb. Yeah. And women are great at this because I believe that we're the fundamental of that energy. We're that light, that spark. Um, and yes, I think a lot of women should be focusing on their womb and love it and give tenderness. So much of the chemicals that put in the body, which distracts that sensitivity of our cells, um, and the toxicity that we hold inside causes, physical problem, biological issue. Um, so to shift that energy, you have to obviously eliminate the toxicity, all the products that women overuse, like feminine cleansing products. And, I feel it's important to do a cleanse after giving birth because too many toxins come up and arise as a child and, when we carry a baby. So connecting and also honoring a lot of what our root chakras is producing for us. This is safety, stability, love, financial abundance, and it all comes from there. And many women have endometriosis as young, like ovary syndrome, hormones, birth controls, da 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 da. It's so much of it. So I really would invite women to focus on their womb, to love, and you have most likely practices around that, and pay attention to during your menstrual cycle and honor your body and listen and take it easy, slow down, you know, nurture yourself. It's simple. Give yourself love and nurture.
Yeah, yeah. Honoring that cycle, I think something that we, uh, at least, I didn't grow up having much information on how to honor the cycle. Like we know the cycle, right? The four phases, but have we ever been told, like, hey, listen, this phase is great for this. During your menstrual, please slow down, lay down. But we've been taught, no, pop a pill because you have, cramps and keep going. Meanwhile, that's the body's way of detoxing. That's a whole, you know, uh, we go through the death and rebirth cycle every single month, and we've never been taught to tune in and see what that is saying to us, right?
Yes, and unfortunately so, we have to educate our children. We need to tell them how boys should be mindful of, when they become man, of their partners, what they go through. I believe it's ignorant to tell a woman that she's a psycho, or, how we have our moments during menses. We can't control our emotions because there's so much to process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're emotional by nature. That is our power to really, we have to hold it, like the emotions, all kinds, whether we feel the joy and the pleasure or we go deep down into those darker emotions. That's all part of it. And we just encompass all of them. So, like you said earlier, we have to honor our humanness, right? Take in all of the good and the bad. We can't just put that perfect Instagram picture that everything is great and this is our lives. No, we have to deeply be connected to every part. And I agree, having more men that truly understand women and let them be. Really, just let them be.
Yes. So the transformation between the masculine and the feminine, how we intertwine right now, I could speak for myself. My masculinity has always been overpowering, and I'm a triple fire sign, a very powerful force. I've learned so much over the years, and I truly take time for myself to honor that force that I have, but I want to share the force with my partner. And as a woman, you navigate that force. You have the ability to do that. Our minds, as we are very emotional, our partners, our masculine partners, males, are very linear. Their mind doesn't work like ours, so we need to navigate them all the time, all the time. And if a woman doesn't have a trust to her body, she doesn't acknowledge herself and honor herself, then that relationship between the masculine and the feminine is not going to work out so well.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've also leaned in towards that, even though I think in the spiritual community also I've heard a lot like the masculine needs to hold the feminine, right? And make her safe and concepts like that. But the feminine first, feminine being the creation, the creator, bringing this this first energetic like life force, she needs to create the safety within first, within the body, like you said, that connection to self, and then with that the masculine can hold her, right?
Right.
Yeah. That
Absolutely.
yeah, I love that. And something I also want to get into, because we've discussed the body a lot, and now I want to kind of shift into your another thing that you do. It's called Marma therapy, right? And I
Yes.
want you to talk about that a little bit, spotlight on you, what you do outside of just being a nurse practitioner, holistic nurse practitioner, the other things that you do and what it is, how that looks like. Walk us through it.
So, Marma therapy, and thank you that you mentioned that, is a powerful tool which I believe people should learn, as simple as just to care for themselves and their family, their children. Marmas are points, vital points in our body, and it's a traditional Ayurvedic body healing practice. 108 points in our body from head to toe consist of marmas, nerve endings, muscles, and lymphatic systems interlace, and they create that point, a marma. When I work on these points during my healing therapy, I activate the sensory impulse to the body, and we create forceful, like light force energy, blood flow, improves oxygenation. That means if oxygenation and blood flow is increased, our lymphatic system functions a lot better, and we can detox quite well. I move a lot of the stagnant energies in the body. Um, and I mainly work with the assistance of cosmic energy, sort of like Reiki, but so much of my own modality that I've, created throughout the years. Um, I love Marma, and I have a story as to how I learned about Marma. It was very interesting. I was in between nursing school, my way to a dermatology office. I passed by the office. It says, I forgot, holistic healing. And I'm always drawn to holistic healing. They had this Om, the my favorite Om sign. I was like, oh, I want to be there. So I, step by to say hello. And the practitioner, who is a doctor, she's a medical doctor, um, switched her practice to solely being an Ayurvedic practitioner. So she did Marma therapy, she did the pulse reading, the complete Ayurvedic diagnostics. I asked her to, have a course, take a course with her, and have her share her knowledge. She told me that she's looking for someone to work with her. And I had time at the moment, and I said, I will work with you. This is my number, and I'll be happy to discuss, how we can work together. Um, she became my mentor. She's my guru. Her name is Dr. Alpha Bhatt. I love her dearly. She is such a kind, soulful person. Telepathically with each other, because she feels me from, so, when something hurts in my body, something is off, I obviously start thinking of the tools or her advice, everything she's ever taught me. Injury. And so, yeah, I worked with her for a year and a half. She taught me all these amazing tools about Marma therapy, and Marma therapy is really a divine body work. It helps with many things. So the stagnation and body energy that I feel, I shift that. I can tell diagnostically when once I lay my hands and close my eyes, my hands just flow and they take me where I have to, what I have to do in the body. And so these marmas, they activate this force, life helps you to heal. And I recommend to have Marma if you're going through if you're going through a process of illness and you need, you know, a protocol, I combine together that with a diet, nutrition, lots of supplements. They're herbal. Some of them are Ayurvedic, traditional Hindu supplements. Some are just the building blocks for, nutrients that we need, like minerals, vitamins, and amino acids and whatnot. So, yes, that's pretty much Marma in a nutshell.
Wow, that is a very full package of it, and it encompasses so much. I love the story behind it, and it just felt so, like such a synchronicity to come upon this and then be gifted with this. And you mentioned how, like, when you do the therapy sessions, that you lay your hands and you just feel it. So I want to kind of to ask about your intuition and your clairs get in. So what do you think is your most prominent clair being an intuitive, and how? Yeah.
Um, I get downloads. I can interpret stagnation and cause of it. I think my niche is to really connect to the emotional body
Mm,
through physical body. I've interpreted so many emotional stagnation that the people hold in their body, which for them, it's a feeling, it's a emotion. It's something that they're holding on to. It's something that has happened that led to it. So I'm able to interpret that, and as I'm working with the body, I get downloads and I can touch a particular part of the body, and I have messages, and that's how I share with, my clients. And most of them agree with me. Most of them tell me, yes, you're on point. Tell me exactly how they're feeling. Obviously, they just tell me it hurts here, it hurts there. And when I do start the session, little by little, it opens up. Sometimes it doesn't up from the as we need to build trust, right? If you just met me for the first time, someone has recommended me. Oh, she's so great. And everything that I do with love. And my medicine is love. I really put in a lot of love while I do this. Brings me so much joy. And people always ask me, "You don't get tired?"
mhm.
No, I actually get energized. Um, yeah, it's very it's not voodoo. It's really not.
Right.
Scientifically and spiritually, this is all connected. And even when I worked on the floor as a nurse,
Hmm.
I do marma to my patients. And we interpret so many things with my patients as well, and it's different for it. It's such a new information and such a aha moment. Like, oh my God, you're so right. So knowledgeable. How come the doctors are not telling me this? I'm like, well, they are not taught this way.
Right. That's a whole
Yeah.
different thing. Like, how are the doctors not taught any of these things? Or absolutely. I wanted to ask, did you or do your clients, patients, how do you refer to them? Do they experience often like emotional release? Because you said you get the download, so you get like the clear cognizance coming in, right, and guiding you on what to do to release these emotions. Do they then have like these emotions working through them? Because sometimes, when it's stuck within the body and you release it, like everything is just like a waterfall, like does that happen often? How does that through the
Uh, so after the therapy, I do have a chat.
hmm
Some people open up. Others have difficulty opening up. Physically, I tend not to create a physical painful trigger in their body, which is also really helpful. I work more from shifting the energy through the heart center, through love.
Mm,
So some people do open up and purge and release.
yeah.
Some from one session, other needs a few more sessions. Even after the session, it comes, like a couple of days in, like what they're feeling in the body physically can come up, and the messages for the clients, they put two and two together. That's, after I interpreted already what it is and how it is and the ways to release it, how to work with the emotion, you know. Um, Honestly, it's if if people have a prayer of gratitude every single day, so many things can be healed.
Mm,
So many, gratitude for your body, gratitude for waking up in the morning, for the family, for having a roof over your head. So yeah, healing is entails a lot of gratitude and love for yourself and love for the world.
yeah, yeah. And gratitude being one of the most highest, that has one of the most highest frequency and vibration, right? Next to authenticity. So, absolutely, when you continue with the gratitude and do it every single day to rewire yourself, right? In order to do this, you can absolutely shift your own frequency and vibration just with that. Yeah.
Yeah. And and in our lives, we're waiting until it's too late when the body is already screaming, God forbid, some heart condition or cancer, very sad diagnosis. People wake up. People either wake up or they then become a lot more depressed and they give up. Either or. Um,
Yeah.
But yeah, this is all preventative. This is why I say disconnect from your mind, control your thoughts, tune into the body, and nurture yourself. Listen to what your body is asking for. Sometimes, maybe today you want to have a special meal. People have cravings, and some of the cravings is because of emotional, some of the cravings is because of our microbiome, the parasites that we have in the body, and sometimes it's really what the body needs.
Yeah.
So all these things needs to be distinguished, and it's possible to learn to tune in and how to do all this. It's called nurturing. Take good care of your body.
Right, right. So reconnecting to that inner guidance and intuition within us. Yeah, absolutely. And with that, I just wanted to ask you, so what does it look like for you when you live so deeply connected to your intuition, living in alignment to your highest timeline, your soul purpose? What does that look like for you?
Uh, what a wonderful question. Brings tears in my eyes at the moment because hmm, because I am finally in my power to say that I am aligned with my purpose. Now I am so aligned, and I'm thankful for the passage that I went through, the road I walked to get to that, because I always thought that I need a degree, another degree, and a diploma, and this and that. And I do love medicine. Don't get me wrong. I love the medicine. And, you know, I also love the wisdom of ancient medicine. And um, I'm a Syrian starseed. So, for me for that, what I practice is, my purpose is what I'm meant here to do, to teach, to heal, and to spread love. That's my purpose in life. And when you're embodied your purpose and you follow your calling, it's bliss. It's bliss. It's true, pure happiness. It's joy. It's sometimes it's not joy. Sometimes it comes through a lot of pain and suffering also. But for the most part, feels so rewarding. I'm grateful, to finally get to the place and say that I'm now in alignment with my purpose.
Oh, how beautiful. Being in alignment with your purpose and just the pure bliss of it, knowing that you are supported and guided no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. I totally love that and so happy. Like when you said tears in your eyes, I get emotional too. I'm like, oh my God. Yes.
Yes. And let's process these emotions, right? Let's not hold them in. Let's
Yes.
cry when we need to cry. And let's go out in the field and scream and yell and release the anger. It's don't hold on to your emotions. It turns into a bad,
Yeah.
physical problem.
Yeah. So, yeah, absolutely. I so agree that letting ourselves feel these emotions, no matter how messy it looks like, is the way to go because truly, and also from personal experience, I know what it's like to hold on to emotions and then, have it come up in physical symptoms and all of that. So I totally agree with that. I totally agree.
Yeah.
And with that, I also wanted to get into just, what is there, anything else that you want to share, any kind of messages for the women, for the men, for the collective, for however it looks like? What would you want everybody to finally know? What is your soul speaking right now?
Uh, I want to encourage the collective, men, women, children, um, to stop chasing or looking for answers externally. I believe that if we do disconnect and go inwards and tune into our body and regulate our nervous system and start nurturing ourselves, many problems will fade. A lot of things are going to shift. Our perspective on life, a vision, our newer circuits in the brain, all of that is going to change and start healing. And when the body is regulated and feels safe, beautiful things arise in life. And so I do invite, and for any suggestions that pertaining to health, I'm always here to answer. And a lot of times on my Instagram account, I invite people to just DM me and ask me questions. I'm not so easy and I'm not so hard to talk to. If you truly need an advice that has to do with your health and holistic wellness, I'll be happy to share, but mainly to, yeah, honor yourself.
Beautiful, beautiful. Honor yourself. I like that. I really like that. Uh, yeah, and I wanted to get into that as well. You mentioned a little bit about that, and so yeah, how do people reach you? Your Instagram, right? I'm gonna tag it here. Once I do the whole thing, I'll have the Instagram tag. But for now, you can tell everyone how to reach you. Your Instagram, what kind of maybe special offers you have. What is it that you might be working on right now that's coming out into the world being ready to be born through you, anything about you and the work that you do, and how can people really connect and, yeah, receive your medicine?
Sure. So I'm a holistic nurse pro on Instagram. And also, I have a portal that when I do consultations remotely, I can do them remotely as well as in person. Uh, the the project that I'm focused on right now is regenerative medicine, regenerative preventative medicine. Um, my focus is through functional medicine modality. So do the Ayurveda also, aromatherapy. I have a lot of tools. Um, I have a few detox programs that I can offer, and just a simple 30-minute consultation is enough for me to understand where we can start. And, I don't do aggressive, recommendations or treatments. I like to do it step by step to prepare the body. There's ways to do all that. Yeah. And mainly what my medicine is like, it's the therapy combined um, with healing, with emotional body combined with physical ideologies.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
amazing, amazing. So there you have it. These are the ways that you can connect and get, you said, get like, once again, it my mind went blank on that. But yeah, get like on a call with you. Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds amazing. So thank you for sharing that. It's really amazing work that you do. Really combining, like you said, the physical body with the emotional, the mental, really to help truly get to the root of the problem, not just treat symptoms. I love that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And yeah, Lina, I want to acknowledge the work that you do as well to, empower women. You're a brave, beautiful, divine soul. I've been, watching you bloom. Yes, you make me very happy. And I like to connect with more women and empower one another. I feel like when you get in a group of very, wise and soulful women, big things happen because we do move the world. We do move the world.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for that. Absolutely. It's always a pleasure to really connect, and yes, on that, get together with women and create this transformation from within and then bring it out into the world. Yeah. Thank you.
Amen.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you for that. And on this, I think, okay, I don't know if it's going. Yes, on this,
You're going. We're still going.
we're still going. So for this, yes, I think this will be it for today. It was an absolute pleasure. I really truly enjoyed all the wisdom that you brought forth all to learn more about you, the methods that you use, and really just to see your really your cosmic channeling at work. Loved it. So thank you for that. Thank you for this.
Thank you, my dear. I appreciate you. And thank you for having me to share message and my wisdom. I would love to, contribute to anyone's whoever is going through, even if it's just a simple conversation. I'm here to help. I work with adults and children in case
Amazing.
some of your babies or kids are going through something that's not familiar to you. So yeah, let's get on a call. I'll be happy to help. And I'm here.
Absolutely. That's amazing. So,
Thank you, my dear.
thank you for that. And yeah, we will see you next time. Bye.
Awesome. Keep on doing the great work.